Good morning, children. We will pass on to the next session. Next session is dispersion of light. So what is dispersion? What is the word meaning of dispersion? Dispersion means it is splitting up. So what do you mean by dispersion of light? Dispersion of light means the splitting up of a composite light into its constituent colors is known as dispersion of light. So the next problem is, what is a composite light? Any light that is composed of two or more colors is called a composite light. So what is dispersion? Dispersion is the splitting up of a composite light into its component colors. So there is an activity given there in your textbook, that is, a ray of torch beam is allowed to fall on a triangular glass prism obliquely, and a screen is provided on the other side of the triangular glass prism. So when light falls on the triangular glass prism and it emerges out of the prism, it deviates towards the base of the prism that we have studied in the last lesson. But moreover that, it splits up into 7 colors. The 7 colors you are familiar, that is which you are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So it splits up into 7 colors, 7 constituent colors, and violet on the base. Violet deviates towards the base of the prism, and above that all the colors will be arranged, and on the top it will be red. So violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So this splitting up of light into its constituent colors is known as dispersion. Another way is, allow a beam of sunlight to fall on the triangular glass prism, and if you keep a screen on the other side, you can see that this sunlight, the ray of sunlight passes through the prism, get dispersed, and we will get an array of 7 colors, being violet being at the bottom and red being on the top. So violet, why violet is deviated the most? Because when you notice the wavelength of violet, violet has very low wavelength when compared to the other colors, and red have the higher wavelength. So it is given in your textbook, the wavelength of violet is about 400 to 440 nanometer, and whereas red is about 600 to 640 or something nanometer. So the violet light having the very less wavelength, it deviates more. So as wavelength decreases, deviation of light also decreases. Deviation of light increases, that is, light deviates very much, and as wavelength increases, red having very high wavelength compared to violet, it deviates the least. So when you draw the picture, violet should be on the bottom and red should be on the top of the array of constituent colors. This is known as dispersion. So another example of dispersion in nature is a rainbow. When is a rainbow usually seen? Rainbow is seen during a cloudy day when the atmosphere is wet. Rainbow is seen on the eastern or western horizon normally. So during morning you can see the rainbow in the western horizon, and in the evening you can see the rainbow in the eastern horizon. Why? Because for a rainbow to be formed, the sun should be on the opposite side. During morning, sun is in the eastern horizon and a ray of light passes through the atmospheric water particles, and on the western horizon you can see a rainbow. So a picture is given there, considering the rainbow formation in one water droplet. So a ray of light enters into the water droplet. When a ray of light enters into the water droplet, it undergoes refraction one time, because medium changes from air to water. It undergoes refraction one time, and after that the ray of light is reflected inside the water droplet 2 times. So, 1 time refraction and 2 times reflection inside the water droplet. And after all these processes, when the ray of light comes out, it is dispersed. Violet is seen in the inner side of the rainbow and red is seen on the outer side of the rainbow. Because violet having the least wavelength and red having the greatest wavelength. Understood? So, a rainbow, the word rainbow, bow is in the shape of a semicircle. So, obviously there is a center of the circle. Only a part of the rainbow is seen. Actually, it will be a huge circle shape, but as it is very far away from us, we can see only a part of the rainbow. So, suppose a line is drawn connecting the center of the rainbow and the observer. That line is known as the ray of vision or line of vision. For a rainbow to be formed, the light of ray that falls on the water droplet should be parallel to the line of vision. And each color makes a definite angle with the line of vision. That is, for suppose you are considering red color makes a definite angle with the line of vision. That is why the droplet which makes a specific angle with the line of vision will be appearing in a single line or will be appearing together, and the violet color will be appearing together. So that is line of vision. Understood? So rainbow is a natural phenomena which makes use of this dispersion of lights. Each color that is coming out of the rainbow makes a definite angle with the line of vision that we have discussed earlier. Of these, a red makes the highest angle with the line of vision, that is about 42.7, and violet makes the lowest angle with the line of vision, that is 40.8. All the other colors are arranged between red and violet at different angles ranging from 42.7 and 40.8. So since red makes the highest angle with the line of vision, red is seen in the outermost edge and violet seen at the innermost edge of the rainbow. Then, if the sun is very near the horizon, or if the position of the sun is very far away from us, the rainbow is seen to be very bigger. And suppose if we are in an aircraft or if we are in a plane, rainbow is seen under the plane and it will be seen as a full circle. So this is all about rainbow. Next comes recombination of colors. Recombination of colors means in this activity what you studied was ray of sunlight was allowed to fall on a triangular glass prism and it splits up. Now as you see in the figure, another triangular glass prism is placed inverted, that is upside down, and it is kept very close to each other so that it forms the shape of a parallelogram. What happens? The ray of light first enters the first triangular glass prism, it undergoes dispersion, and when it enters the second glass prism, after all the processes, it comes as a single ray of light. That is what is known as recombination of light. If light can be split up into 7 colors, the 7 colors can be combined again to get white light. This is recombination of light. In this context, you have to study about Newton's disk. So what is Newton's disk? As you can see in the figure, this is Newton's disk. And Newton's disk means a disk is painted into 7 sectors. You might have studied about sectors in maths. 7 sectors, and each sector is painted with the 7 colors of rainbow. That is violet, indigo, blue, green, etc. And priority should be given to red, green, and blue. And if this Newton's ring or this Newton's disk is allowed to rotate very fast, then this disk appears to be white in color. This is recombination of color. But what is the scientific principle behind this? It is persistence of vision. Last year, 9th standard, you might have studied about persistence of hearing, isn't it? Here, you have to study about persistence of vision. So, what is persistence of vision? Persistence of vision means an image that falls on the retina of our eye remains there for a time period of 1/16 second. So, if another image reaches or if another picture reaches the retina within this 1/16 second, then you will get the feeling of simultaneous vision. So when you are rotating the Newton's disk very fast, what happens? One color reaches your eyes first and it remains in the eyes for 1/16 second. Within that time, the other color reaches, and within the other 1/16 second, the other color reaches. So the simultaneous vision of all the 7 colors is felt on the retina, and we are able to see as a single color, that is white light. This is known as persistence of vision. So there are many examples of persistence of vision. The fan that you use in your room. You cannot distinguish the leaves of the fan separately, isn't it? Although the leaves of the fan are moving separately, we cannot distinguish it because that is due to persistence of vision. We see the first leaf and it remains there. That vision remains in our eyes for 1/16 second. Within that time, you see the next leaf, and within the next 1/16 second, you will see the other leaf. So it will appear as a continuous figure, and that is why you cannot distinguish the leaf of fan. Another example you might have seen, that is, you are lighting an agarbatti and you are whirling that agarbatti very fast. Then you can see it as a ring of fire. You might have noticed it while you are lighting that during Deepavali, you are lighting the crackers and you whirl it very fast. You can see it as a ring of fire. These are all examples of recombination of colors and persistence of vision. Understood? So this brings to the end of that portion. Next class we will study about scattering of light. Thank you.